This may be a little long, but I'm gonna try to make it short. But I want y'all to see this first, and then something's gonna pull on your little heartstrings, and then we're gonna talk about Gypsy Rose Blanchard husband. I always knew it was something a little off about him because, like I said, if y'all watch some of my videos that I made about her, and I talked about her husband, not his sides, but he's a school teacher, and I didn't know he was a teacher at a Bible, like a Christian school. And so he got fired from his job, and he was lying to his students and telling them, that he's because when you go to a Christian school, they base their school around your personal life as well as what you do inside the school. So his outside activities with Rose, he was lying to his students, which that's weird. Also, telling your students, I'm going to go see my wife. She's a traveling nurse, and so that's why she can't never come to me. That's why I got to take off work to go see her. So he lied on that part, but that's not the part where I'm saying that's weird. He got fired for allegedly for having inappropriate, maybe touching with students. And see, that's the part I'm saying, because you can't judge a book by its cover. But see, what I'm saying is this, y'all. When I say it was always something off and weird and freaky about this dude, you married a girl that had something to do with the demise of her mother. Now she can do that to the woman who birthed her. Now you can't blame someone for the family that God chose for them. You can't help your family members or whatever. But she took out her mama. Well, she didn't take out her mama. She had something to do with the demise of her mama. She didn't actually, put the. You know what the hell I'm talking about. So he married this woman. If she don't give a fuck about her mama, you think that she care about you? She just getting her rocks off at this moment because she ain't had peen in a long time. And then, if they make them little objects inside of the jail, it ain't like the real thing. So, but you married this girl because you're a little special, and you a special ed teacher, so y'all both are special together. But y'all, I don't know if it's true or not, but it's gonna say allegedly. And I told y'all that this girl is a manipulator because she get it from who? Her mammy. Let's say it together, y'all. Her mammy, not her mother, not her mama, but her mammy. She's a manipulator. So just here, well, y'all can read this part because y'all hear me talk about how she feels towards Nathaniel. Talking about a real man. Girl, you don't even know what a real man is because you never had one in your life. You never had a male figure in your life. Your grandfather, he's like old, but y'all didn't stay around him that long because things was getting kind of weird, and his wife didn't like your mammy, and so you never had a male role model in your life. You only been around your mammy and doctors and nurses and people, feeling sorry for your ass and your mammy. So you can't say that Nick was not a real man because he would have called the police to get you away from your mama. Well, you trying to blame it on him, Miss Gypsy. Come on, pay attention, y'all. She trying to blame it on him because she gonna say he ain't a good man. He wasn't a real man. If he was a real man, he would have called the police and got me away from my mama. Well, bitch, you talking about what he shoulda, coulda, woulda did? Bitch, what's wrong with you? Why you couldn't? You coulda called. How you was trying to, sneak and talk to him on the phone and stuff like that, and you wanted to get some of his ping so y'all can have a baby, so y'all can be together, so your mama can't kick him out the house, because y'all a family now, how she did your daddy, because he was a teenager. Yeah, so you can't blame that on Nick, baby girl, because how you want to say that he shoulda, coulda, woulda. You coulda, shoulda, the same damn thing when you knew damn well your ass could walk. You taught yourself how to read. Why you couldn't teach yourself how to call 911? Come and get that what? Why you couldn't teach yourself how to call 911? Even at the doctor's offices, even if your mammy was sitting right beside your ass, you should have got your ass up out that goddamn bed and start walking like, oh, it's a miracle. She can walk. Glory to God. Yeah, you could have got your ass out that goddamn bed and said, I'm tired of this shit, bitch. I want to fucking walk. I want to go outside and play. I want to go to goddamn prom. I want to do everything that normal motherfucking kids do, bitch. And I don't give a fuck what you say. I'm tired of this shit, bitch. But you don't have to do that. You scared. You scared. I get that. This is not a blame game. It's just that you think you got a lot of support. Girl, you just something new. You just something new. We tired of talking about everything else. So now we gonna jump on you. And some people like it. Some people love you. Some people praise you. But goddamn, girl, you can't put a woo over my eye. Because we both from Louisiana, girl. We both from the South. That hoodoo, that voodoo. But you full of doo-doo. Yeah, Gypsy. So you want to try to conjure up some shit back at ya. Back at ya. How about that? So, her husband, if the rumors are true, I can see that. But if it's not, I still can see that. Because it's something a little off about this man. It's not his sides. He just a goofy looking ass. Yeah. And then the stuff that he was saying allegedly to the students, and I think some of the teachers too, it got your side-eyed. And if Gypsy is aware of this, girl, y'all both too fucked up peas in a damn pot to make some goddamn swamp water stew. But anyways, let me stop talking and let y'all hear what this content creator done conjured up. And I'm House of Queens TV. Thank y'all so much for coming over here, sugars, and viewing the content. I really appreciate it so very much. Thank you so much, darlings, my kings and my queens, my crowns and my tiaras. I am Queen Red. Thank you so much for coming over here. I really appreciate it, darlings and sugars. Don't you forget to hit that subscribe button, and also turn on all the notifications. Yes, so every time I upload or go live, either or, but I'm an upload queen, so go ahead and, hit that notification bell, but hit all, so every time I upload, you guys will get notification, not only if YouTube's not hating, but you can, stab the shit out the goddamn like button, no point intended, no point intended. It might get a little bloody, but you can stab the shit out that motherfucking like button, just to show me your appreciation of the content. And also, if you guys want to support me financially, oh my God, I'm getting emotional. You shouldn't have. Yeah, you shouldn't have. If you guys want to support me financially, you can do so through I'm so emotional. You guys are so sweet. You shouldn't have. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for blessing me. Yeah. You can support me. Yeah. See, girl. Cash App, super thanks, super chat, super sticker, and also my membership. If you want to, it's up to you guys. I'm not pressuring you guys. I'm just making suggestions. So let's go. We're not going to talk about her best friend, the one that she turned her back on, and the girl even named her daughter after her. See this little baby face right here and that little voice. That's what got y'all food. This little bitch got y'all food. She got y'all food. You a fool in love. with a murderer. So, I ain't fooled by this girl. She ain't got me fooled. But she did a best friend wrong, but we talk about that later. But right now, we just gonna get into her weird ass husband with his weird freaky ass. And I don't like, and I damn sure don't like how she try to disrespect Nick like that, talking about he wasn't no real man, but you kept opening your legs to him. Maybe your mouth, I don't know. I want in your bedroom, but girl, don't you play with that boy. He's still in jail because of your raggedy ass. Yes, because of your nothing having ass beat. Okay.
Go over a few things. For example, this one says, what are your feelings towards Nick? Do you regret meeting him? She responds, I don't have any feelings for him. He is my ex. Had I met a real man who I confided in to help me get out from under my mother's grasp, I would not be sitting in prison right now. A real man would have called the authorities to get me away from her. I take my responsibility for...
Girl, he didn't know about your motherfucking mama, bitch. Only thing he knew on what you told him. He didn't know anything from mouth to ear. He only went by what you said. Oh, now I gotta take my responsibility. And yeah, you have to be accountable for your shit, girl, because you're out. He's still there. So y'all both blaming each other like y'all should. Y'all both blaming each other like y'all should. If I never met this bitch, I wouldn't be in jail. If I never met this nigga, I wouldn't. Yeah, blame each other. Yeah, stand by your man, and you stood by him until you dropped the dime on him. But it is what it is. He might be getting out because y'all both retarded ass motherfuckers. But not want to use that word. But moving on.
My part of the crime, but he played the bigger part. This one's pretty interesting too. Do you get angry with how you were treated growing up? Sometimes, yes. I look at...
Okay, so boo-hoo. Okay, so this part right here was like very touching. It was. I was like but not, because see, your mama, she didn't want you to be around your daddy for whatever reason, because maybe he would have said, damn girl, my daughter can walk, or maybe she was confiding in her dad and said, Dad, this bitch is really crazy. I see why you left her, so get me away from this hoe. And it would have blew up your whole, it would have blew up your whole, your mama, your mammy, not your mama, but your mammy whole operation. But I feel compassion for her, because she wanted to do things normal kids could have done, and she couldn't because of her mammy. And so this is the only part with this little Q&A that I felt a little sorry for her. And the only reason I feel sorry for her because of what her mom put her through. But then again, when she went to those doctor's appointments, she could have been like, I'm tired of this shit, bitch. Start walking. And then she could have, after her walking, she could have ran. And they would have protected her from her mammy. Yeah. Get me away from this bitch. And then they were like, what's going on? Oh, she can walk. It's a miracle. They would have been treating her like, but yeah, she can walk. It's a miracle. Nah, bitch, I didn't know how to walk. My mammy, she's the cause of this shit. So yeah, it's because of her mammy is the reason that she didn't have a regular childhood, get invited to her schoolmates' houses and for slumber parties and stuff like that, and go to prom and have a first date, normal shit that, go to 6th grade camp and, senior ditch day, a lot of stuff, activities that kids do and when they're in school until they graduate, and then go to graduation and go to college. She got her GED in jail. So, I feel sorry for that part of her life was taken away from her due to her mom, and then from, being captured in a prison. Yeah, your mom had you like in, prison, but not a prison. And then after that, you went to a real prison. So her life was taken away from her, but she had to take all accountability for that, because he came into your life for whatever Nick came into your life for whatever reason, came into your life. But girl, you the one put that plan together. Don't try to blame it on that boy, because from what we know, he is slow. He is special. I think he got a kindergarten education level, but you taught yourself how to read, girl. A lot of motherfuckers can't do that. Because your mama wanted to teach you. Your mama wanted to dumb you down, and she did that. But you smarter than what people want to give you credit for. So I just feel sorry for that, you know. Other than that, bitch, fuck you.
My younger sister Mia, seeing all her prom pictures and the pictures with our father, realized that I could have had all of that. I could have had a closer relationship with my family since I was little, but I didn't have any of that. I didn't have a prom. I didn't have fishing trips with dad. I didn't have a social life that I went to the mall with friends. Every experience a young person normally has, I didn't. So I would say I'm more sad than angry. If you want to pause to read all of these, please feel free to do so. The last page is talking about how she and Rachel met, and Rachel has a video on that, so I'm just going to play that for you now.
I keep getting asked how I know Gypsy. We were in the same county jail together in Springfield, and I had read about her in the paper, and we just so happened to be on the same prison bus together. And I told her I wasn't right that I knew who she was and that she didn't know who I was, so she offered, kind of like in Forrest Gump, she's like, you can sit here if you want to. So we rode together to prison, and
you a stupid ass bitch
so
too.
she offered me her shoulder, so I slept on her shoulder, and then we spent like the next 5 months just getting to know each other, and we just kept in contact.
Trauma bonding.
My daughter, after her, my brother was murdered a month before I got out, and if I wouldn't have had my friend, I probably wouldn't have came out a better person. She encouraged me to do better, and that's kind of how we know each other.
The situation with Rachel is incredibly sad. You can tell that she's deeply hurt by this. This is not like a normal friendship. You're incarcerated with someone that you are around constantly, 24/7, and it becomes more of a family dynamic than a friendship. And for Rachel to get out of prison, still remain in contact with Gypsy, allows her family, her children and husband, to go visit Gypsy while she's still incarcerated so that she feels supported, and then to come out and just completely ghost her is insane to me. I mean, her children were Gypsy's godchildren. They were going to visit her. Gypsy was sending them gifts and cards and letters. So now you've not only built a relationship with someone, you've become ingrained in her family and in her children's lives.
See, Gypsy is a fucked up ass person. She may not have the outside world, so she don't know how to be a good friend, because she never, been around a lot of people to do certain things. So you have to put that into play as well. I sit up here and I joke around and I say certain things, and it may come off like I'm unpassionate about her situation. I understand all that. Also, when I do my videos, I do the goofiness and I play around, and I also entwine a message that's not so fucked up. I also give you guys the real. So again, here goes the real. She have not been around the outside world. She have not intertwined herself with people, so she don't know how to communicate with different people, interaction. But still, you learn things as you get older, and I know she's going to therapy, and I'm quite sure that she watched a lot of movies because she stayed in the house a lot. So some movies like the Cosby Show and Good Times, and there's the other TV shows that would teach you certain things that you don't have in your household. I heard some people say, I learned a lot from watching the Cosby Show. I learned a lot from watching Good Times, and I learned a lot from yada 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 yada. So she might have her shows and stuff that she may learn, certain things from. So that's what I come off to tell you guys. So this girl named her daughter after Gypsy. She even had her family after she got out of jail, because she couldn't go back to the prison. So that's her husband and her daughter. She allowed her family to spend time with this bitch because was nobody there to come and see her. not often as much, so she was her family. And when she got out of jail, she still stayed in contact with Gypsy. And when Gypsy got out of jail, Gypsy was like, bitch, I don't know you. Fuck you, bitch. Toodles. Ta-ta. So that's what I said. She a fucked up as an individual for that. But she learned all that shit from her mammy. She didn't let Gypsy be around her daddy. She got what she wanted, was that baby. And she turned her into a mute. So I think Gypsy do want a baby, but it would be very interesting on to see how she would interact being a mother, because you know the trauma that her mom caused on her dad not being in her life. She jealous of the interaction that her dad had with his other daughter, her stepsister. So that would be very interesting on knowing. I should hit her up. Yeah, because she do be responding. So I like that for that fact that when you hit her up, because she ain't got nothing else to do in her life, she will hit you back. So I should hit her up and ask her about, girl, is you and your husband going to have a baby? Or do you want children? We don't know. Or do you want a baby, girl? Tell us let's get a little personal. But anyways, she's a fucked up ass individual, and it's a lot of healing that she need. So her friend, I can't say that she's an opportunist, but girl, you knew about her before she knew you knew about her, but it ain't that deep, bitch. It ain't that serious. Y'all both was in jail for whatever y'all was in jail for, but we knew she was in jail because she killed her mammy. We don't know what you was in jail for, girl. So, moving on.
And not only did you ghost Rachel, you also ghosted her children. Now, Rachel was also making posts about Gypsy and her now husband Ryan's relationship. And this is where it gets really interesting, because we all know that Ryan is a school teacher, and we heard that he allegedly lost one of his jobs because of his relationship with Gypsy. So if you want to pause to read this video, go ahead. We are going to move to an email where Gypsy emailed Rachel talking about Ryan losing his job, and what Gypsy says is the reason he lost this job. Because allegedly, Ryan actually lost his job for being inappropriate with students. So this is the email Gypsy sent Rachel on November 8th of 2021. This morning, Ryan received an email from Hamilton Christian School, located in Lake Charles, Louisiana, informing him of his job termination after he was placed on administrative leave last week because of a report made to the school informing them of his relationship with me, an inmate currently incarcerated at the Chillicothe Correctional Facility in Missouri. The private Christian school fired him not for any fault of his performance as a teacher, but rather due to his personal relationship with me. The school is attempting to justify their decision, claiming that Ryan broke the Code of Conduct contract, also adding that his employment at the school was a threat to the safety of its students. Ryan has done nothing to violate the Code of Conduct, influence, or otherwise harm the students in any way, making this a display of discrimination. In the 3 months that he was employed at HCS, Ryan maintained a professional standing with both faculty and the student body alike, and was well thought of and respected in his time teaching, and always kept his personal and professional life separate. Ryan has a passion for history with a degree to further his experience, and only wished to make a positive difference in the minds of young students, giving them the education to know what has passed so that they could make a better future. Ryan is the kind of individual who has the heart and patience to work with children, and his gentle nature makes for a wonderful teacher. The school's code of conduct was not broken, and furthermore, the claim that the student's safety is in question is outrageous. The conduct listed in the contract outlines that employees must not have living arrangements with a romantic partner outside of wedlock and cannot be seen indulging in illegal activities or unacceptable behavior. Ryan has upstanding moral behavior. The detail in question was who his girlfriend is. The school claims to have Christian values. However, the actions taken against Ryan in this matter is not upholding the teachings of the Bible. He is being unjustly punished for my sins of my past, and it is not his character that he is being judged for, it's mine. The Bible teaches us to forgive sinners and show us that through our faith we are redeemed. To anyone who reads this, even if you are not of the Christian faith, please ask yourselves in this modern society of freedom to love who we want, to believe what we want, to be who we want. Is the actions of Hamilton School to discriminate towards Ryan for who he loves and fire him because of his choice in a romantic partner acceptable? The school may have the legal right by law to terminate his job, but that doesn't make it morally right, and I, for one, will not stand for this form of discrimination. Hashtag Ryan is a good teacher. Hashtag Team Ryan.
Okay, so they allegedly fired him from what you said is because they found out that y'all was dating, and that's not allowed because, you know, courting someone without being married is whatever, you know, them southern antics that they want to believe back in the day, especially come from Louisiana. So how did they find out that he was courting you or dating you? The pictures that was taken, he had possession of them. So was he going around flossing the pictures like, ooh, I'm dating Gypsy Rose, the girl who killed her mammy? Like the way he looked, and you know, the way he just looked, period. Ain't nobody worried about this nigga and what he doing outside of school. Don't nobody give a fuck about this nigga. Literally, don't nobody give a fuck about that nigga and what he doing. That'd be more or less on, like, hide your kids. Because, hide your kids. Something like that. But other than that, don't nobody give a fuck about this nigga and what he doing. Ain't nobody that invested. He first of all, Gypsy, your husband, he ain't that nigga. He ain't that nigga. You know, they got the little nosies, some nosy fucking teachers and shit. But, bitch, ain't nobody that invested in your husband. So, that's why your husband allegedly got fired, because he was courting you and he was bragging around, showing everybody them pictures. So if he would have kept his motherfucking mouth closed and not trying to floss you around, maybe he would have still had his job. But he wanted everyone to know that he is dating you. So it seems like your husband wants to put the blame on other people just like you. Moving on.
Hashtag Hamilton Christian School discriminates. All of this information is alleged, but apparently someone who went to the school that Ryan taught at saw Rachel's TikToks and sent her a message. This is a screenshot of that message. Eventually, a coach, I believe, from the school comes across your TikTok, and so did another student, with pictures of them together. And that's when it all came out. So they started talking to students. One of the reasons he was fired, and this is also double concerning, he told a student, quote, "You know I could blank your mother if I really wanted to," end quote. And that was the end of his job, because other students had similar stories of harassed, provoked, and threatened by things he said to them. On top of speaking with my friends and another student who also recognized Gypsy and asked them not to tell anyone. Now, there was also allegedly a time where Ryan had told his students that he went to visit his fiance and that she was an RN and couldn't travel, so that's why he had to travel and go visit her. However, by this point, his students had already seen the pictures, and
so y'all really think this motherfucker sitting at home fighting off connoisseurs, like he got a whole bunch of bitches that's lining up to throw themselves at him. He might got a few little Debbie's cupcake bitches, you know, but ain't nobody sitting here fantasizing about this dude. Ain't nobody sitting there talking about, I wonder what he's doing tonight. I wonder, is he interested in me? Should I go talk to him? Ain't nobody doing all that. Get the fuck out of here. So yeah, I believe what the fuck them kids saying. This weird ass, goofy ass nigga, and fantasizing about Gypsy. You know, he slid into her DMs and whatever, because he's from Louisiana. That's what got you. uh, uh, I don't know. I don't know what made her, because she did say that she had a lot of people in her DMs. So, like, what was it about this one? What was it about this one? But moving on. Don't forget to like the video.
And knew that his fiance was actually Gypsy Rose Blanchard. So, of course, the students were talking about all of this, and allegedly, he was giving students zeros on assignments in retaliation. So, parents found out about this and allegedly went up to the school, and when Ryan was confronted with all of this, he admitted fault. Now remember, this is all alleged, coming from someone who just reached out to Rachel. I haven't really seen any hard 100% factual proof of this, but it does seem like a more likely scenario of happening. So I don't know, you guys will have to let me know what you think about that. I just think that this whole situation with Gypsy getting out of prison and basically going on a media campaign the first week out is going to lead to her downfall. It's like a ticking time bomb waiting to go off. There's already a shift beginning on social media that were once for Gypsy but are now turning their backs on her just from this media campaign and from everything that she's saying. So we are going to go over that in another video. We are going to end this one here. As always,
again, thank y'all for coming over here. I just want to let y'all know a little bit. So now my antennas is up, so I'm gonna have to go on TikTok to these mofos that I be talking to, and we gonna have to do some investigation on, because I'm from Louisiana, but do I got some family members in Lake Charles? I'm gonna have to call my mama and see. Do I got some family members in Lake Charles? Because the Southerners, they talk, they gossip. So I gotta see, do I got any family members in Lake Charles, and see what I can conjure up, because I'm very curious about her husband, and see what skeletons that's gonna pop out of the closet. So stay tuned. We gonna have to give y'all some updates on this man of hers, but that's her husband. So I appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming over here and viewing the content. Get up in the comments and let me know what you guys thought about the situation. I appreciate it so very much, and have a wonderful, blessed day, night, evening, and I might come back a little later on. My voice is starting to, I might have to go ahead and nurse on some Theraflu or some NyQuil, not sure. And I love y'all sugars. Don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. If you want to support me financially, you can do that as well. And I'll catch y'all mofos later. My kings, my queens, my girls, my tears, my babies. Bye, y'all.